After my professor ignored my request to use blue markers instead of red and green, because I'm colorblind, I reported him to the department. Now he's been suspended. I'm a 19-year-old university student, and one of my main professors insists on using the whiteboard for everything, whether it's words, diagrams, or explanations. The board is his go-to tool, so being able to read what he writes is crucial. Here's the issue: I'm colorblind and can't tell the difference between red and green at all. They just look the same to me. This is a common problem for people like me, so I always carry my own black and blue whiteboard markers to give to the professor, in case there isn't a blue one available. It's something I do to avoid the hassle in any awkward situations. At the start of the term, I explained my colorblindness to my professor, and during the first lecture, everything went smoothly. He didn't use green, and instead used the blue and black pens I handed him. For some reason, the room only had green and red markers, but in the next lecture, I gave him my pens again, and this time he ignored them, using the green and red pens to explain graphs. I couldn't make sense of anything. I raised my hand in front of about 120 students and politely asked if he could use the blue pen I gave him, so I could actually differentiate the lines. He scoffed and said it would confuse the rest of the class if you switch. Now, his tone was so condescending that I just nodded and looked away, feeling embarrassed. He continued using green and red for the rest of the lecture, so I couldn't take proper notes. Luckily, the girl sitting in front of me noticed my struggle after the lecture. She asked for my email and sent me her notes, which she had typed on her computer. She even changed all the colors to make them readable for me. I was so touched by her kindness that I nearly cried. Acts of kindness like this are rare. Later, I emailed the professor asking him again to use the blue pen instead of red or green. His response came quickly. He said that a lot of academic work is done in green and red, and that I'd probably struggle with it. Anyway, that was the last straw. I sent an email to the head of our department, explaining everything I've mentioned here. The next day, rumors started circulating that the professor had been suspended. I later received confirmation when the head of the department contacted me to schedule a meeting.